It's a lifestyle for the rough and rugged kind. The tougher the game, the longer the pain, the better the ride. We do what we can to stay ahead, cause the modern world wants us left for dead. You better believe as long as we breathe, the sun's gonna rise. We dig real deep, try a little harder, buckle down tight, go a little farther so we can look back and be proud of what we've done. Sometimes we gotta work under the gun, don't sweat the battle, make sure the war's won. Keep on keeping on, cause the bottom line, it's a labor of love we call the grind.
The Grind Waterfowl TV is brought to you by Canadian Waterfowl Supplies, Dakota Decoy, premium gunning decoys for demanding hunters, Lucky Duck premium decoys, masters of deception, Heavy Shot, I didn't come this far to miss, Wild Ear, the Delta Waterfowl Foundation, Pro Drive Shallow Water Outboards, Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors, Sitka Gear, turning clothing into gear, and these fine sponsors.
This thing though, this wind is coming like this. Wind's like right here.
Yeah, so they're gonna want to.
They're gonna come in the field, then they're gonna come out.
You're gonna try to layer it like this. Set up in a wheat stubble field. Got a good wind, probably about 15 miles an hour going downhill. I think we're really going to be set here. We've got really a good hide for once, which is the most important thing, especially when you're killing these kind of local geese like this. They should slide right in, come right in, up into the wind right here, and hopefully light right in front of us. So it should be a really good, good hide.
They bust over these trees. We have to stay closed and everything. No, then we'll get caught if we don't. We can't see these things coming. I think your pieces help out while you're out here goose hunting. Can you hear geese further away? Does it help with gunshots, calling? Like, how does it help you?
Yeah, I mean, you get the ability to enhance your hearing as well as talk to your buddies and the guys who you're hunting with, you know, so you can hear geese from a distance. I guess a big benefit with us is like the sound localization, you know, like the ability to actually know where the sound's coming from, kind of in comparison to some of the other systems that you get the amplification but you don't know exactly where it is, so it's not practical.
In a situation like this where we can't see anywhere,
yeah,
we can't see around us, it's going to help us. What do you hear right now?
Right, yeah, they're going to be coming over the trees. Otherwise, I mean, some of the other systems that are out there, it's just, you get the amplification, but that doesn't do much good. Right, so right now there's geese coming from our left. You'll probably see them in like 30 seconds. But
I can't hear them without it.
Right, well, as you get protection, so gunshots register at like 130 to 140 depending on the gun and where you sit. So you get the protection side of it. It's best of both worlds.
Does it help when we sit as close as we are with the gun blasts and things like that?
Yeah, any sound register over that 90 dB, our compression technology will kick in.
Right here, behind us. Come over trees right behind us. They're not as low as we'd like them, right? Oh. Right out in front, right on the left side, right here. Take up! Take up! Oh, that thing jumped right at the last second.
Hey, that's why we do this. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
During that last one, I went to pull the trigger out, it waited, and I pulled the trigger and it went right at the last second. I'm like, how did that do that? Just totally missed my shot.
Load up. Load up. Take up!
So how'd we do, Joe?
Awesome. I mean, we had birds worked right in exactly as we planned. They came around lit, and we absolutely just hammered the first group. And then we were able to close it out in the next group. So it's, I mean, it's an evening hunt, so we're not trying to stay out here all night anyway. So it worked out really well. Like, there's nothing. I mean, you get in a little wheat field, little tiny area like this. There's just nowhere for them to go. We had everything set up just how we wanted it to, and it all came together. So it was great. Set up in this stubble field. We don't have a lot of cover here, but there's been 1,000 geese in here every night, so I think we're gonna be all right. Grassed in the blinds the best we could, and looks like we got a halfway decent hide here. Got the wind right. It's pretty hilly out here though, so we're kind of worried about the geese lighting up on top of the hill or landing long on us, but I think it's gonna be good. The number of birds that's been in here, I'm pretty confident that we'll definitely get something out of it.
Welcome to Delta Waterfowl's Conservation Corner.
Welcome to the Conservation Corner. I'm Frank Rohwer and I'm the president at Delta Waterfowl. This season of the Grind Waterfowl TV, we're focusing on the things Delta Waterfowl is doing for ducks and for duck hunters across North America. I'm standing here in front of a temporary wetland. This is the smallest class of wetlands we have on the prairies. Slightly larger wetlands we call seasonals. Those two small wetlands are the most important production factor for ducks. These are the most valuable pond for ducks. They thaw out early in the spring. They're just chock full of the invertebrate foods that female ducks need. And so they are the driver of production. In many areas we'll have 100 of these small wetlands per square mile. Now, we duck hunters and ducks view these as fabulous. The guy that owns this land may have a very different view. He's got to drive his large equipment around this wetland, and that's inefficient and costing him money. And so these ponds are an impediment to the farmer. What we need to do is protect these wetlands for ducks and duck hunters. We need to do that by working with farmers. Create a program, an incentive-based program that provides some reward to the farmer for keeping this wetland, and yet make sure the wetland is here and available for ducks in the spring. So Delta's approach to protecting these wetlands is ALICE in Canada and the Working Wetlands program here in the States. We're working closely with farmers to create a program that is a win-win, a win for ducks and a win for farmers. These agricultural programs are our best hope to secure the future of ducks by protecting these small wetlands.
Take them if you want to take them.
They were there when you shot that. The dog whisperer. I didn't shoot this. I had to corral him in my blind. He wanted to get in here so bad. He's trying. You know, he was laying with Blaze.
I didn't know why he was doing it because I was.
I know he was afraid. He's like, he's sitting here. He's got my hand up. Then he's inside my lanyard right here. I got up because he ran out. I didn't want to shoot over his head. Holy cow! Yeah, he was.
I haven't even called or shot or anything.
I haven't either.
I'm just sitting here. Here, Cassius.
It was hilarious. He went inside my lanyard, right through me in my blind.
moving the blinds because all the birds are lighting up on the top side of this hill here. We're all right-handed shooters. We can't shoot that way. They're just out of our wheelhouse here. So we're just all tipping the blinds this way just so we can swing on them a little bit easier. Good shoot, guys. Come in now. Messing around. Kill him. Kill one. Nice shot. Catch. Go on. All right. Nice shot.
Here. I don't want to overdo the high five. We'll bring it back to high five. So we just finished up our, we got 15 birds, we had 5 shooters, so we're allowed 3 birds apiece here in Ontario this time of year. It's not like early season where you're getting, you know, you can get 8 or 10 depending on where you're at. We were hunting a wheat field here, the clover wheat mix. Had a really staunch west wind today, which can make it really difficult to film sometimes because a lot of times then your cameras are facing east into the rising sun. But we were able to make the best of it. We ended up getting some really good shooting in. You may notice there, like later, the right side of the blind, nobody was shooting because we were really trying to work with the dog. Our dog Cash he's a young pup and he was getting a little over anxious, and so Corey and I weren't shooting a lot of the time. And then in the last volley there, we needed one more bird for our limit, and Jeff Glazer ended up making a great shot, finish up the limit. It's been a fabulous week here in Ontario. Tim Lucas, Falling Fight Outdoors, highly recommend anybody that wants to come to Canada, Ontario, to shoot Canada geese. I mean, he's got probably the best operation over here, and pricing's reasonable, good lodging, really fun area, different place to see, different kind of food. People are super nice here. It's just, I highly recommend, if you like to shoot Canada geese, this is a really good place to come and do it.
Yeah, so these birds here, we just leave with the Mennonites. We donate the meat to their families, and in return they let us hunt their property, and everything works out good.
I like spring dogs and rusty screen doors, candlelight on creaky wood floors, a good sunrise and fireflies in a jar, a banjo ringing through the pine, the way I feel on homemade wine, and jug fishing underneath the stars.
Next week on The Grind, Waterfowl TV. Visit our website, www.thegrindwaterfowl.com, where you will find past episodes as well as tips and tactics from the boys here at The Grind. Follow The Grind on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
I was trying to explain to my protege, Zach Meyer over there.
One thing you have to realize is that if you ever tried to do that with a gun loaded, 100 times out of 100, we probably couldn't do that. But,
yeah. No, I was just
when he needed to shoot birds.
Yeah, just trying to explain to Zach some notes, some effective notes to get birds to turn when you want them, or just kind of direct them the way you want them to go. You know, and that's all I was trying to do. So unfortunately, Zach was blowing a duck call, and we were hunting geese, so that was the first problem.
Dude's a goose whisperer.
No, we're just trying to get some tips on trying to work a goose in.
Well, whatever happened to an honest day's work? Sweating hard